Alright, so I got about 10 minutes to make this video, but I am on the road right now with track, and I have obviously brought all the camera gear that I normally use. So this video is basically going to be what's in my camera bag, camera case kind of video. I've made one before. It did pretty well for my channel, and I thought I'd do it for, a travel trip and on the road and show you what I actually bring with me. So first, I'm going to be going with the camera bodies. Obviously, it's going to be the A7S III. I have a 24-105, not my lens, but I usually bring that lens or a 24-70, which is my lens, but I didn't bring that today because I needed a little extra reach with the 105, so I brought the 24-105. Next, for photo, I usually use either an A7 III, A1, but I did just get a new camera for myself, and it's the A7R5. I'm pretty sure y'all know what the A7R5 is, the one with the really cool flip out screen like the A9 III has now. This is my brand new camera. It's the first time I've This is the first time I've used it on a trip because I just got it literally like the week of the trip. So it's pretty cool. It has a little flip out screen, has the little, this pull out, tilt, whatever it's called. Very cool camera. Photos have been really good on it so far. Can't complain. I wish it shot at a higher like frames per second. This one only does up to 12 or so. 10 to 12 with the mechanical shutter. I think 7 with the electronic shutter. If you shoot uncompressed raw, it has a lot of warping in the photos, so that's a downside, but it is what it is. It also shoots 4K video, 60 frames, but this will be my secondary camera if I ever need it for video, but I will not be doing handheld because there's a lot of rolling shutter. So I'll just have it like on a tripod or something if I actually need it for video. I also did just sell my A7 III, which I didn't realize was gonna be dumb of me because selling that, I lose a lens, and now I have to buy another lens because I have 2 bodies and 1 lens. So yeah, love that. Next to the mic, I've seen this in the What's in My Camera Bag video. It's the It's the Deity VMic D3 Pro, I believe is what it's called. Again, mic's been doing great for me. I actually did have to buy a new handle though for my camera. I was with the small rig handle for a while, but the grip on it ended up like sliding and it came like unglued. So I went with the Siri handle, the SCTH handle. It's a NATO rail handle as well, but I did lose like the 2 side cold mount shoes, but we got these locking ones now, so they're pretty good. So far the handle's done, enough for what I've needed. I do wish it had the 2 other mounts, but it is what it is. Now for the big boy lens, whenever I'm trying to get that reach, we got the Sony 70-200 f2.8. This is the version 1. The version 2 is a lot lighter. I want the version 2, but that is like $3,000 after taxes, and I just bought a $4,000 camera, so. Now, of course, we got the ZG Cine V-mount batteries. I love these V-mount batteries. They pretty much last me the whole track meet. If I need to, I'll just throw it on a charger for a little bit in between like events, but typically I don't really have to do that. And if anything, I always carry a second one. This is a V160, so it's like 160 watt hours. And then I have a V99, so 99 watt hours. And I barely use this one anymore. I literally use it to charge my laptop if there's no ports to charge. So if you need a power bank and a V-mount, these are perfect for that because it does the higher outputs. It's enough to charge a laptop. And obviously to connect those V-mounts, I'm gonna need the small rig V-mount plate. This is a, I don't know the model of it, but it's just a small rig V-mount plate. It's perfect for what I need because I don't like having rails, and rails are just like a little bit extra stuff to have to carry. So this plate works perfectly. Now, as a sports videographer, a lot of people say that you want to shoot the 180-degree roll, which is perfectly fine. Everybody should be shooting that, but I like to just crank the shutter sometimes because I like to get the extra sharp, like slow-mo and not with a lot of motion blur. But when I don't feel like doing that, like for golf, I'll throw a Peter McKinnon V&D. This is the 2 to 5 stop V&D. And of course, sometimes you need a step down ring. I say step down because this was going down, not up. And this one is for the 70-200 and the 105 because they have a smaller ring. So I have to, I only have one. If I really wanted to, I should get a second one so I could swap the filter between each lens, but it is what it is. We go with one, we ball. Then we also have the 1/4 mist filter, I believe. I only use this for like my YouTube videos, but I don't have it on here, obviously. Like I probably should have put it on because I didn't think of it until right this second, but I need to get this video done. I literally have to pack up in like a couple minutes, but let's go ahead and get to the monitor. We have the Atomos Ninja V. I put a dummy battery on here. It's a Condor blue one for like Canon cameras, I believe. And I don't know what this port's for. Like, I don't know what plug it takes. Never used it, but I used this D-tap port to plug into the V-mount batteries because they're D-tap. I could just, use the Sony batteries, but I don't really like carrying around the Sony batteries on the camera because they're just excess and they're kind of big and bulky and they just get in the way. So I just prefer to have the dummy battery and just plug it straight into the V-mount. Next, this is the second one I had to buy because when I went to Texas Relays, I left one there. So this is the small rig sunshade. Connects to the cage that I did put on the Atomos. The cage is a little bulky in my opinion. I wish it was a little bit slimmer, but it has a couple mounts on it. Actually, it doesn't have any mounts on it. Well, it has like screw-in mounts, but it doesn't have any like cold shoe mounts or anything like that. You know, the sunshade works, does what it needs to. It's only like 15 bucks. So when I had to buy a second one, it wasn't too bad, like hitting the pockets, but I just prefer not to buy a second one. But you know, it is what it is. And then of course the essentials, I have the Celsius packets. I also have some alpha brain memory and focus, because sometimes I'll be getting some brain fog. So I have those. Or if I need to work out, I'll hit the memory and focus because it's not caffeinated. And it just kind of helps me lock in a little bit more for my workouts if I'm really like needing something. But I don't always drink those, so yeah, I just keep them in here because if I put them in my backpack, I've had it to where the packets, especially the Alpha Brain ones, they like bust at the bottom. For some reason, they're like completely, like they're not sealed all the way. I mean, they are sealed all the way, but they pop very easily. So I put them in my camera case because I know they won't pop open in here because it's padded and there's not a lot of pressure at the top of the case. Of course, I have the extra stuff like the USB-C to USB-C right angle cables and then the right angle HDMI cables, but I don't really feel like those need to be mentioned a lot. And we got a little secret special guest in here. We have the Sony CyberShot. Which one is this one? This is like a weird name for it, but I don't really use this that often, especially not for sports. I've done it for basketball a couple times where I like, you know, connect it with the Magic Arm to my camera, and it got me some cool video shots, but I never really used it. But yeah, this is the DSC W120 Super Steady Shot. The Sony CyberShot, 7.2 megapixels. You have some really cool photos. I do have an Instagram where I post like all the photos and videos I take on this. So if you want to follow that, it's like ericduran.jpg. Yeah, I know, basic, but whatever. Yeah, it's a nice little camera to carry around when you're with your friends and just, you know, vibing and just want to get some cool little aesthetic shots. So yeah, get you a little digicam. Those are dope. Speaking of digicams, I did pre-order the Fuji X106 back in February, and it's currently May 24th. I was on Adorama and it said my charge was declined. And I'm like, how? It's been holding the money since I've pre-ordered. Turns out the charge expired, so I had to like reorder it. But apparently they kept my line in place, and they're supposed to start shipping out this 1st of June. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be very mad because I've been waiting since February for that camera. If I don't get it, it's gonna hurt because I literally bought it, pre-ordered it so I'd have it a lot sooner. But you know, I guess when you pre-order stuff, it doesn't mean you're gonna get it when it drops. Who would have thought? But yeah, that's pretty much it. The mic I'm using is the Tentacle Sync mics. Not usually the mics I would bring. I would bring the Sony UWP systems. The reason I didn't bring it is because the body pack and the receiver are huge. So it would literally take up the whole like spot right here. I probably could have made it work, put it in my backpack, but my backpack is literally filled to the brim, so I don't have anything in there. So I just went with the Tentacle Syncs because they're small, compact, and fit in this little 2-inch spot. So that's worked out for me. Also, I did just buy the M4 iPad Pro. Literally love that thing. I had the 5-inch iPad Air before. Sucked. I mean, it didn't suck, but the screen, it like when you pressed it with the pencil, it would like bloom really bad. So the iPad Pro doesn't do that. Obviously, the past couple iPad Pros don't do it, but the M4 is fast. It connects pretty seamlessly to my MacBook without having it to be hardwired. So yeah, that's a plus. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video. Oh, I guess I can't forget about the case. I'm using the Nanook 935. Yeah, Nanook 935. It's a very good case. I haven't had any issues with it. The wheels do mess up if you drive it through like, you know, bad terrain. So the wheels kind of warp, but you can replace those. They're not that expensive. It's like $30-some, I think. Yeah, I got a couple stickers. I don't know if you can see, but I got a couple travel stickers on here for like everywhere I go, so gotta get one for this trip. Can't forget to do that. And yeah, this was pretty much what's in my camera bag, camera case type of video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I told you this was gonna be a quick video. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.